Namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena. Today I will discuss about a very powerful tool used by ethical hackers and even hackers for vulnerability scanning and pen testing. As we know, every day on internet different type of devices are emerging and communicating via internet. Similar way, these devices are also opening a wonderful opportunity for the attackers as well. Day by day, they are also evolving different complex attacks and different tools they are uh, creating and planting number of devastating kind of attacks and damaging to different type of industry all around the world. Okay, now this the question came in my mind, what the things we can do uh, to preventing those type of attacks, and how the attackers are performing those attacks, what's going on their mind. Then things we just stuck in my mind, like if somebody is attacking, means they found some kind of weakness and the vulnerabilities on our systems, and they will able to use that vulnerability and exploit the system and gain access on our system, and whatever they want they can do, whatever they want they can access from our system, and what type of attack they want they can attack on the system, and in this way the attackers are working. Okay, so being a ethical hacker, there are many type of hacker, but I will discuss only two types of right now here: black hat and the white hat. Both are doing the same thing, performing the same task, but the difference is only one: black hat hackers performing different tasks without any permission, and they they are performing for their own purpose. Okay, for gaining for just getting money, or for some revenge, or some any other kind of things, whatever they will perform without the permission of the target. And the white hat hacker will also perform the things whatever the black hat hackers perform, but they will first get the permission from the target and then they will perform the attack. Okay, and whatever the information they will collect, they will hand over to the target or the owner, who just give him the authority to perform those type of attacks. Okay, and there are basically two things. First of all, finding the vulnerabilities, means weaknesses in the system, in the organization, in a company, in a network, and then based upon those vulnerabilities, using the tools, techniques, and performing the attack. Okay, that's what penetration testing. Okay, so there are three phases in the penetration testing. Somebody, if they want to attack on anyone, what they need to do? They need to perform a research. First, they will collect enough information about their enemy or about their target. Okay, once they are having enough information, then they will analyze it and will find out, yes, there is this is the weak point of our target, and definitely we can use that particular vulnerabilities or this weakness against our target. Okay, in second phase, on the base of those vulnerabilities or weaknesses, they perform attack. They use tools, techniques, tactics, somebody help, can be whatever the method they use, they will use. And after that, they will collect all the documentation, what the perform from starting point till attack, what they did. Okay, and create a record of all those things, generate a report, and this report they will hand over to the authority, so that this report can help the organization or person to perform better security practices. So whatever the vulnerability exists already on their system, they will fight against those vulnerability and patch up those vulnerability on their system, so that attacker cannot perform attacks. Okay, so in 2003, Mr. S.D. Moore designed a network tool for performing those tasks. Later, it was rewritten and evolved as the time passes, because new vulnerabilities just came in the market, and some more powerful attacks comes. So just it just evolved. First it was written in Perl, and then it was written in Ruby. So he designed a sophisticated framework. It's just not a one tool. So multiple tools he included inside it, and those tools were capable to perform vulnerability assessment, whatever the weaknesses on the system, finding it out, and creating the attack or penetration testing. Okay, so all these things can be performed by a single big framework. It's not just a one tool, it's a framework. What's that? That is, guys, Metasploit. Metasploit gives you a complete infrastructure, you can say, which required to perform the task from like gathering the information, analyzing it, and on that information creating a attack, some kind of you can say software which is having a payload, means whatever the attacker wants to perform on the target machine, they just put inside it, and they forward that information to the target machine. Okay, and once the target will click on that particular software, that software will be installed on the system which is having viruses. Okay, and this is like an agent. They will send an agent to the target machine, and once they will click on that one, a agent will activate on the target machine and give a connection to the attackers or the ethical hackers, we can say. Okay, so number of tasks, whatever the attackers want to perform, they can perform it via Metasploit. It's not a one tool, it's a big framework which is providing 360-degree of the tasks which is required for vulnerability assessment and for the penetration testing. Okay, even number of different tools can be used inside it or with it. So I will show you a example which I tested in a lab environment, okay, in which I used a target machine or victim machine, you can say. It is Windows 10 is running on it, and a attacker machine which is having Kali Linux on it. So inside the Kali Linux, Metasploit already installed, so you need not to worry about. Even you can also install on another OS as well, Microsoft Office, Ubuntu. It is just you can get the file, and you can installation is easy, and then you can install on the machine which is just going to use. So I am just using Kali Linux as a attacker machine and victim machine as a Windows 10. So a attack or a virus or a software inside it is just having a payload which will give attackers control on the victim's machine. Okay, so attacker send a virus in the backdoor.exe. Okay, and victim installed that software on their computer, and then we will see how the attacker can take control on his PC. Okay, so here is the Metasploit is running on the attacker's machine, that's the Kali Linux. So with the command of msf console you can run the Metasploit. Okay, so after that there are multiple commands just you can use for different purpose. So I will show running such few commands what the result attacker got. Okay, so once the victim will install the software on their machine, a session will generate. So you can see here the attacker's machine is having the IP address 192.168.1.7. Okay, and the victim machine is having the IP is 192.168.1.4. Okay, so once the clicking software installed on the target machine, a session will generate between the attackers and the target. Okay, and with the after getting the control on the machine of target, here attacker can run command GUID get UID. So it will just give the information what is the machine name and what is the username. So here you can say Windows 10 CEH is the machine name and admin is the username. Okay, later attacker also start to sniff on the keystroke. So whatever the keystroke target will run, whatever the key he will press on his own system, attacker can see all those key in his system. Okay, so like here I just uh, put boundary blue color boundary on that one, my e main. So L then replace and then replace then L. So each and every stroke either he placed backspace or delete or space or capital letter. Here all the information will be on target machine. Okay, in this way attacker can collect the information about the target machine. So similar way ethical hackers can also plant different type of attack on the target machine, and after that they will create a report and hand over to the authority. Okay guys, so this is just a simple is a one example. There can you can perform number of attacks via Metasploit. Okay, and we can say Metasploit is just providing us for a 360-degree, either that's infrastructure or content or whatever the tools you need to perform the attacks or testing or collecting the information. Each and everything you can do with the help of Metasploit, but you need the knowledge of that, how you will perform, what commands you require, how to set up the environment. Thus you need to learn. There are number of things are possible with the help of Metasploit framework. Okay, and in the next session I will discuss about most frequently and extensively made cyber attack. It's really very frequently used by the attackers and damaging a lot on industries in different ways. Okay guys, stay safe. See you in the next session. Namaste.